Love is indeed a strange phenomenon.
My heart can sing.
Whether you're human, animal, or something else entirely.
I'm sure my parents will love you.
You don't understand. When I get nervous, I can't control my camouflage reflex.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 interspecies couples in movies and TV.
And I know that Satan in my relationship is strong enough that it can handle anything.
For this list, we're taking a look at romantic pairs comprised of two different species.
You will never be one of the people!
Try to stop!
Neytiri, please!
We've excluded characters that were once human, but got turned into a mystical being like a vampire. Sorry, Twilight fans.
I could be like you right now.
Number 10, Roger and Jessica Rabbit. Who framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh, honey bunny.
Oh, love cup.
Only in animation could a marriage between a sexy dame and a screwy rabbit work.
I want you to know I love you. I've loved you more than any woman's ever loved a rabbit.
As bizarre as their union might seem, there's actually a lot more depth to Jessica and Roger Rabbit's relationship than meets the eye.
You don't know how hard it is being a woman looking the way I do.
Where everyone else views Jessica as a tantalizing sex symbol, Roger overlooks her body to see a loyal, caring person inside.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Likewise, Jessica loves Roger for his ability to make her laugh. It just goes to show that their romance in this 1988 comedy is truly skin deep and fur deep.
Come on, Roger, let's go home. I'll bake you a carrot cake.
Number 9, Hellboy and Liz Sherman, the Hellboy franchise.
I'll never give up on you.
With one being fireproof and the other being pyrokinetic, a romance naturally heats up between Hellboy and Liz. The attraction between these two characters ultimately stems from their common desire to be normal.
There's something really important that I need to tell you.
Oh, Liz, you should be here. You'd love it.
As a human, Liz has a better chance at blending in with the crowd than the demonic Hellboy. Liz finds, however, that Big Red is the only one who really understands her, and she's the only one who understands him.
Red!
Liz!
Right behind you!
Although the world might shun them, they can always find acceptance in each other and their unborn twins.
It'll be great for the baby.
Babies.
Number 8, Aragorn and Arwen, the Lord of the Rings franchise. While the elf Tauriel and dwarf Keely had a charming relationship in The Hobbit,
أمانة تيرجين تاوريل
ودندا. Eorha. Benogoth.
nothing can top Middle-earth's definitive power couple.
This is a dream.
Then it is a good dream.
What's interesting about Aragorn and Arwen is that they don't share a ton of screen time throughout the Lord of the Rings trilogy. In their limited time, however, you can sense a deep connection between this half-elven woman and mortal man, both being brave, dignified, and willing to make great sacrifices. Although Arwen must give up her immortality to be with Aragorn in the end, their love story remains eternal. Number 7, Madame Vastra and Jenny Flint, Doctor Who.
Jenny!
This adoring couple from Doctor Who is notable for not only being made up of members of a different species, but also members of the same sex.
Jenny, I will be in my chamber. Would you be kind enough to fetch my veil?
Why? Are we expecting strangers?
It would seem.
Although Madame Vastra is a Silurian who conceals her scaly green face under a veil, most people seem more shocked by the fact that she's married to Jenny, her human maid.
Jenny and I are married. Yet for appearance's sake, we maintain a pretense in public that she is my maid.
While some may raise their eyebrows, Madame and Jenny couldn't care less what others think.
Are you all right, my love? Can you hear me?
With a mutual attraction to mystery, adventure, and the female gender, they share one of the most meaningful romances across all space and time.
Sleep well, my love.
You too.
Hey, Satan!
Number 6. Satan and Saddam Hussein, South Park.
Meet Saddam Hussein, my new partner in evil.
Where most interspecies couples make commentary on acceptance and inner beauty, Satan and Saddam's courtship on South Park is an allegory for domestic abuse.
So when do you say we shut off that light and get close, huh?
As masters of evil, you'd think the two would be a match made in heaven. Or hell. Yet the insecure Satan constantly finds himself being belittled by the insensitive Saddam.
How come you always want to make love to me from behind? Is it because you want to pretend I'm somebody else?
Satan, your ass is gigantic and red. Who am I gonna pretend you are? Liza Minnelli?
We've all known people who keep making excuses for their partners, claiming that they can change. Satan eventually realizes, however, that he's from Venus and Saddam's from Mars.
Saddam, I'm trying to have a nice conversation with you.
Learning to love himself, Satan summons the strength to break free.
I'm just gonna tell him, Saddam, I'm going to Earth to rule alone. I'm strong, and I don't need him.
Number 5. Jake Sully and Neytiri, Avatar.
I see you.
Avatar distinguishes its familiar story through gripping action sequences and an even more gripping romance.
I was afraid, Jake. For my people. I'm not anymore.
A human disguised as a Navi, Jake Sully becomes torn between worlds upon falling in love with Neytiri.
With Neytiri, it's learn fast or die.
A romance between two blue creatures admittedly sounds silly. Thanks to the actors' expressive performances and genuine chemistry, though, the audience looks past their appearances to find a sincere and poignant love story.
You have a strong heart. No fear. But stupid. Ignorant like a child.
Even if their relationship does hit some cliched roadblocks, it's hard not to get choked up when the star-crossed lovers finally come together. Number 4. Kif Kroker and Amy Wong, Futurama.
What's that?
Maybe we just made love.
He's a shy alien from Amphibious 9. She's a ditzy Asian from Mars.
Actually, I don't have bones. I'm supported by a system of fluid-filled bladders that...
Yes, you a big squishy wuss. Amy should be dating real man, like him.
Despite their differences, Kif and Amy undergo some surprisingly identifiable relationship hurdles throughout Futurama. Like the awkward first date.
I find the most erotic part of a woman is the boobies.
Kif!
Oh my...
Getting to know future in-laws and unplanned pregnancy.
I'm pregnant.
Yes, it's great. A great miracle.
Sometimes their contrasting cultures and personalities stand in the way, even resulting in them breaking up on occasion.
Tough break, Amy. Are you and Kif getting divorced?
No. Technically, we were fan ruse, so we weren't really married.
When the Smizmars do inevitably get back together, though, both give each other the confidence needed to be stronger individuals. Truly, they were meant to be each other's fan ruse. Number 3. Clark Kent or Superman and Lois Lane, the Superman franchise. From the comics to television to film, Superman and Lois Lane share one of the most iconic romances of all time.
Just don't forget that song.
It's easy to see what Lois sees in Superman, although people often wonder what he sees in her.
I'm pretty sure that only counts when you're kissing a human.
While Lois needs rescuing a lot, she can also act as Superman's strongest confidant and link to the human world.
The feelings which I have developed for a certain human being have deeply affected me, Father.
Furthermore, she's probably the only person who understands that the Man of Steel is not invincible. In a way, Superman needs her just as much as she needs him.
So will I see you around?
I'm always around.
Good night, Lois.
Number 2. Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy, the Muppets franchise.
Good evening, Miss Piggy. You look lovely tonight.
Although it's never been clear what a Muppet is exactly, Kermit is definitely a frog, Miss Piggy is definitely a hog, and neither is the same species.
Whatever happens next, I wouldn't give up this evening together for anything, would you?
Make me an offer.
Both have a tendency to bring out the worst in one another, but they can also bring out the best.
A love that keeps on growing.
Through Piggy, Kermit finds the courage to lead his fellow Muppets.
You inspire them.
Through Kermit, Piggy is able to occasionally let go of her insecurities to reveal a loving, dedicated woman underneath.
Kermit! Oh, Kermit!
They can't live with each other, and they can't live without each other.
Yes, Kermit? Well, over the last week, I realized that I miss you.
Before we blend our top pick together, here are a few honorable mentions.
자기야, 나 완전 중요한 할 말 있어. I am pregnant.
Hey, where did you get that voice?
From yon video, 'twas Shakespeare, methinks, or 'twas the Jeffersons.
How we both feel. Yes.
Good.
Number 1, Donkey and Dragon, the Shrek franchise.
And you know what else? You're a girl dragon.
It's natural that a character without any dialogue would fall for one that never shuts up.
You a mean green fighting machine. Together we'll scare to spit out anybody that crosses us.
The unrequited love between these fairy tale creatures primarily starts off as a joke, with Donkey attempting to flirt himself out of trouble.
I know you probably hear this all the time from your food, but you must bleach or something, because that is one dazzling smile you got there.
By the third act of Shrek, though, their relationship evolves into something more.
Actually, Donkey, shouldn't you be getting home to Dragon?
Oh, yeah, that. I don't know, she's been all moody and stuff lately.
Donkey begins to see there's more to this misunderstood beast, eventually settling down and having a few interspecies children with her.
Be strong, babies, be strong. Now, Coco, Peanut, you listen to your mama, all right? And Bananas, no more roasted marshmallows on your sister's head.
Their romance is certainly an odd one, but that's appropriate for a franchise that's all about accidental love.
All right, nobody move. I got a dragon here and I'm not afraid to use it.
Do you agree with our list?
I'm glad you're not hurt, Miss Piggy.
Who's your favorite interspecies couple?
I had to take control. There was no other way.
For more romantic top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
I call you! We're in love!